What's happening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the postseason press conference for the Edinburgh Monarchs. I'm joined by a lot of the team. I'm not even going to bother trying to say who's who. You can see their names on screen right now as I move my mouse. I can tell you that's Juicebox and that's Commercial. The rest of them, God only knows. Anyways, yes. I'm pretty sure Empty's in there somewhere. Anyways,
Yeah.
we got some questions for you guys. Should only take a brief period of time. Side note, quick, funny little side note that I know you guys will enjoy. Abraxas was originally supposed to conduct this press conference yesterday as we're recording this, but he is apparently bad at driving, ran over his front gate, and broke it from the hinges, so now he doesn't have a computer for a couple weeks. So,
What the fuck? That's why?
yeah.
That's why? Oh my god.
Give him the benefit of the doubt, guys. Driving is hard, yo.
Juice just gave the explanation of Abraxas' Papega, and that's all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he told he was bad at driving. I didn't know he was.
I mean, some of us had like other things we got to do yesterday as well, so it just kind of worked out, you know.
Yeah.
Other side
fair.
note, if you don't see the One Trick Wonders and Seattle press conferences for a while, it's because he couldn't get them to me before he got his computer taken away, so that's fun. Anyways, let's get into the questions for these guys since they're here. So the first one I'm going to do is relatively chronologically. It's going to be mostly for Juicebox / anyone who was around during the draft, but what was your plan going into the draft?
Okay, so our plan going into the draft, I know Ghost pretty much said it all. We did a fucking 100 hours of scouting. That's not true, to be honest. But, yeah, so we got in, basically searching for, like, the right team to build around Merlin on the draft. Because pre-draft day, we were pretty much set on a bit of people, especially DPS. But for support, we didn't have a clue. And we pretty much chose... Merlin pretty much shows the best support line that could match with his aggression, and so yeah, we got our staff, like our like supporting cast of DPS and the off tank SP. We were pretty set on SP. And side note, the fucking M24 pick, because I know Merlin would not let that go. It was mine. It was mine, and I'm dumb, and I should have pointed that out, but we got empty, so yeah.
Able.
So it's pretty much... So it was pretty much draft a bunch of people. It wasn't that they were unknown, it was just that not many people saw that on Pugs. So we were sure about their talent, but not many people just wanted to pick them, because they didn't want to take the risk. And we took the risk, and it kind of paid off.
If I can jump in real quick, I mostly, I was doing a lot of the scouting for the DPS players. So certain players like RQT, who I didn't hear a lot of other people talking about. So I thought he would have been like a very good person to pick up. He was like my main person I want to pick up from the draft for in terms of DPS. Other people who at least had in mind was, of course, M24, which did not work out at all. There was also Youngsu, which we know what happened with Youngsu there at the end.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, to be honest. We even sniped SBC to get this fucking burden off of us.
Yeah. Then Empty was actually a bigger recommendation from Merlin to get, and then Val was someone who we didn't want to get. I'm pretty sure if I remember that correctly.
No, we wanted to get him on support if Pog was taken by SBC, but they ended up taking me.
Yeah, but overall we wanted Val for like the mostly like flex stuff, and we had to wait like mid-season to get Val, and then
oh my god,
there's anyone else.
With fucking so with Hyperflex, it kinda took us from week 1 to get week, I think, 5 or 6 to get Val.
Yeah.
So that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That took forever.
Yeah, that took forever. Like, we were talking in staff chat, so are we gonna get Val? And I said, be patient. They don't want to. And then Vishern and Killswitch decided, okay, I want to start on a team, and we said, oh, well, that works for us.
Yeah, it was quite the
Also with the last picks, except Glitz, we were going for like guys that were really coachable, and because I know Bishern from Pugs, he was very chill and of good personality. Same thing goes for Mist. Was really coachable, but let's just say he didn't have time to improve that much to crack a starting spot, because again we had a Smurf and a guy that needs to be moved to Inter. Let's go RQT.
Shush.
So yeah, pretty much that was our plan. Good players with decent enough personalities that wouldn't actually go and clash with each other.
All right. Let's see. A lot of these questions are late season. What's another early season one? What would you say struggled with the most personally this season? This can be like on an individual basis or like a team-wide basis.
Ooh.
Should we just go through one by one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll
Like
start
one
with
person?
choosing-
Okay, so I
Let's
guess.
make them a little quick, by the way, so everyone can like.
Okay,
give, like,
so
one answer.
individual stuff. I guess for me, I struggle a lot with the Ghost impeachment thing, because everybody was going to ask a trade if Ghost wasn't impeached, and that made me so nervous, to be honest. I didn't want RQT and everybody to fuck off to SBC and get like the team with one remaining person, and that was Mistfire to rebuild around. So yeah, one not offense to Mistfire, of course, but
Love you,
I didn't
Misfire.
want to remain alone. Like Mistfire was the only one that didn't have any kind of problems with Ghost. But like team-wise, I guess especially with like how screens were handled, like in the first couple of weeks, it was time constraints, lots and lots of time constraints. Dragon has college stuff, and I know other people like, I mean, Yansu, well, he didn't want to be in screens because of obvious reasons. And other people have a ton of time constraints, and that was really difficult to actually pinpoint a schedule. But I say we did a good job. I mean, first week we only ran comps. Like, again, I don't want to say too much, because again, it was like over after week 3. We got a schedule going. We screamed twice every week, pretty much, barring some I don't know, fucking something coming from the sky and just destructing everybody. Barring from that, we screamed double blocks every week. I think it was pretty much. We did not. We did not. But again, it's because of time constraints, to be honest.
Okay, on a serious note, we're okay.
Drift
At least from
involved with the team at all?
Yeah, he was.
oh yeah,
okay.
Drift, Greek God X.
Oh, he's right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that! Hi.
It's Drift, yeah.
Drift, Greek God
unofficial
X,
coaches always
Dad,
like
Aunt Jemima, they all came in and started helping us out, which helped out a lot. At least
I mean,
personally
Dad, to be honest, did a lot of things. Even if he stayed, he stayed one day and he did most of like our previous coaching stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, that was basic.
I don't know.
Don't
And
want to
also
throw a
for,
shade at him.
At least for me, during I think was most like at least for like challenging, like also on an individual point, is that I had to take on a role as a head coach when I meant to join as only as a DPS coach. So having to adapt to learning the game even better, and I know how to coach it properly to a full team who wants to improve was rather difficult for me. And so praise the Lord for Greek God X, Drift, Dad, Aunt Jemima, who all came in to help give coaching. So that took a big burden off me trying to improve myself as a coach a lot.
Actually, I started coaching a bit on the first week, and I didn't really want to do that because I needed to wake up at 3 a.m. every day. And I mean, not every day, but every day we screamed. I need to wake up at 3 a.m. to do something I didn't want to do, and I wasn't prepared to do. So I say that went off pretty well because the first 3 weeks we were undefeated. Don't want to brag. I'm obviously kidding.
I'll say in the beginning of the season, we didn't have a single coach at a single scrim for the first 2 weeks. So we would schedule a scrim and go to it, but instead of like getting coached, we just kind of mess around the entire time, waiting for the other team's coaches to be finished, which was
my god, yeah. It was this. Oh yeah, this is Grift. Yeah.
RQT.
Also,
Oh, that's RQT.
oh, that's
RQT, could you
RQT.
not?
Oh,
RQT, could you not?
RQT never came on.
At least it wasn't hentai.
Okay, that's okay. We're a very NSFW team, to be honest.
No, Juice, don't
only
leak
No,
this.
Don't leak! Don't leak! Oh my goodness, just you had one job. Just leak it.
I'm not saying. I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
Just stop talking then.
Sorry,
Juice.
yeah,
Move
but
on,
our
move
general
on.
But yeah,
focus screwed up.
Like even after we got Greek and Jemima and Drift to coach us, like we'd still only have like 1 or 2 coaches there at the max. Like there'd still be a lot of scrims where we'd just be the only ones there without any coaches. So I would say like we would have to like improve on our own, which was way slower. Like we could have improved so much if we had more coaches and more people around us.
I think what hurt us most is that we didn't have a dedicated macro coach.
Yeah.
Like we had 3
yeah.
different people like half macro coaching us, and it just kind of didn't progress as fast as
Also
normal.
true.
Kind of
But
conflicting too.
actually,
Yeah, we also never had a support coach, which was kind of like something we probably needed.
yeah,
at
I
some
tried to
point in
get
the
I tried to
season.
get SBT, but he joined Epi6 and they went on to win, so he pretty much focused on Epi without focusing on us. But it isn't his fault. I'm not blaming him. It's just that at the mid-season point, like the mid-season point, when we actually got more coaches, when we actually kind of cleaned house, there was like not many people that I could actually contact and get them to actually coach. I mean, we could have gotten more, but most of them were focused on teams, so we didn't have like a really dedicated coach to us, and that pretty much that's what hurt us the most.
Yeah, like as far as I'm aware of, most of the coaches, including myself, had other side things going on. Sometimes at the exact same time, as we had scrims for EM. So sometimes not having a coach there was really unfortunate. And like I try to show the best I can. If they told me there wasn't a coach there, I'll usually just drop whatever I'm doing and try to get there. So at least they have some sort of coaching. I tried my best to do that because I knew a lot of the other coaches, they had their own teams they're like either playing for or also coaching for. So it made getting coaches to scrims a little difficult. So that definitely was not the biggest help that a lot of us had side things going on.
Yeah, okay. We are talking a lot of negative things about coaching, so I'm just going to say this right now. Drift, you in our game before the Geo was like a godsend, like in the semifinals. Like we would have just been destroyed without you.
Yeah. I was like with MI6 because I was assistant managing them. And so that took up a lot of my time. I still came when I could, but I think I helped with like scheduling and infrastructure and stuff. Cause
Nah, you did a really good job.
Not to be mean, but Ghost kind of left you guys with no infrastructure whatsoever.
Talk about
it. Okay. Not to go like too in depth on that. It wasn't. I think the main issue was that since Ghost lives in a completely different time zone than like 95% of the rest of the team, including the staff, Ghost was not able to not to be too negative about it, is that wasn't able to really be as active as we would really hope they would be. So it kind of left not building infrastructure like very limited or at sometimes feeling impossible. So once we Ghost and Basic left, for a little while it was just Juice and I trying to build something out of the little to anything we had to build off of, other than our players who were putting in a lot of work, even though sometimes there wouldn't be any sort of staff or coach at the scrims for them.
I mean, do you still have that DM from Ghost that told you that we didn't need actual other coaches and we were just fine? We were fine.
Anyway, no.
Okay, so
let's not like the DMs too much. We move on to the next person who wants to answer.
Real quick, wait. As much as I think we could all talk for days about Ghost, let's just try to not to.
Yeah, I don't want
to avoid that.
I think it's kind of obvious the majority of our problems stem from Ghost, like being there or not being there. Like pretty much everything is rooted there, and it's kind of been like talked about to death. Just all the issues that Ghost brought to this organization. So it's probably a good idea to stay away from that for now.
Yeah, we move on.
Also because like Ghost. I know Ghost. Like,
Juice, I said we move on.
no. I want to say
Juice,
one nice thing about.
Juice.
I want to say one nice thing about Ghost.
Let him have his last thing.
Okay,
Let him have his last thing.
one thing.
It's one nice thing. Okay, so I know Ghost. It's a very, very. She's very, very passionate about what she does, and it's really unfortunate because I think she's a good person of like league and managing stuff. So, I mean, I still think like Ghost. It's not to blame too much, like too hard. Like she screwed up. She screwed out oh my god, she screwed us over. But yeah, I don't think she did on purpose.
No, it definitely wasn't on purpose. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, we should move on from Ghost though. I feel like we can just talk shit about that for days and just everything wrong with like all that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, so how did you guys deal with the public's perception that you fell off towards the end of the season, going towards like playoffs?
We decided to not do anything. We just kind of were quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for the most part we stayed kind of, like whatever like the public's profession, like what they thought about us. We just kind of like stayed quiet on it. We didn't want. I think for the most part, not a lot of us made comments about it. We didn't really say anything. We just kind of just want to like work on ourselves and like do the best we can coming into the playoffs. Because I think realistic for most of us, we believed that we probably have a good chance of like getting pretty far. But I think most of us didn't think we could make a full like playoff run. If that's fair to say for all of us down. Because I think in the position we were in, getting at least as far as we did, I think even for like someone like me, I'm really happy for, because that's better than I thought we were going to do. So
We were 1 month away.
like,
yeah.
One month away from finals.
We were also like
we kind of I think at least from a spectator's point of view, it felt like a little bit we choked on that one because like that's a lot of stress. We're in the final map of potentially the semifinals to make it to the grand finals. And I think we kind of just like got into our heads like, oh, let's do this and that, and then we just didn't make the proper swaps. Kind of ended up losing us the map in the first place. But
People thought we were gonna lose to SBC.
I think some of us thought we were going to lose to SBC.
I don't think that's
We did lose. What are you guys talking about? We lost to
We lost to SBC. Hello.
yeah.
That game was.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean, like, EM never had a good, like, we never really had great PR. Like, the public kind of was always pretty down on us, even when we were doing well. And, it definitely doesn't help that we just got completely shafted by meta changing to a ball-oriented meta. Like, we had done pretty well with the Shadow Dive, like, Monkey Brawl. Like, we were doing honestly quite well with that. We were doing pretty well with, like, running Double Shield or BAM or whatever. But more of a swap into a Zen meta. And, like, honestly, 2 days prior to the game, we didn't even have a Zen player. Like, we were going into that prepared to play Bat Brig, Double Shield every single round. It probably would not have gone that great if Val hadn't stepped up there. But
I mean, it's because the coaches
I don't
decided
know.
to ignore that Val can play Zen.
You don't have to call them that hard, okay?
It's just the reason that Val went on Zen in the end, like the scrim we had the day before the match. So mega props there,
Yeah.
and that really is what made that match in the end really close. But like, I don't know if meta hadn't shifted so drastically, like in playoffs, I think it would. Maybe our rankings or our performance or whatever would have changed for the end of season, especially in the postseason. But it's Ball Sigma. There really wasn't much we could have done to change that, and yeah, I don't know. I think
It's a really teamwork-oriented comp, and we just didn't really have the organizational skills to get that done.
If it was that Monkey Diva Brawl with the Somber Reaper, I think we could have maybe done a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been playing that comp for so long.
No, we got super lucky with that comp, though.
Yeah.
Like, Dragon has said it best, and I'll let him say it. We're like...
I have no idea what I've said, but...
Okay, I'll say what Dragon
novice.
said. He basically said that we got insanely lucky because we all just get our one-trick heroes to play.
Except
Including RQT. Including RQT.
The characters that we all feel strong on. It's not like none of us were put in an uncomfortable position. And obviously at that time we had Youngsu and we didn't know anything about like how he, probably shouldn't have been playing a novice or whatever. But like besides that, the rest of us, I mean, and including him, we're all on characters that we felt comfortable with, and like we're pretty proficient with. Like we were all able to play up to the highest level of novice, arguably speaking.
The highest
Except
level of
RQT.
knowledge.
RQT.
That is a new sentence if I've ever heard one.
Arguably speaking, I don't fucking know, man.
I can't wait for the league, for the rest of the league go like, well, that's just a lie to us, you know.
I know it's a lie,
Oh,
man.
no,
I'm just
we're gonna
trying
get
to
shat
like
on some more
verbalize
for
what I'm
this.
trying to do.
Yeah, 100%,
We're gonna get shat on for not talking more about Ghost. That's what the people want to hear.
Yeah,
But
So like,
I mean,
the entire,
I mean, we do want to talk about that. No, we don't.
no,
Yeah.
no.
No, we don't.
Leave that
No,
behind
no,
us.
no, no.
yeah, okay.
Links
So
to
with
PR.
with the entire like public perception of EM, coming from someone who's not on EM from the beginning, we all hated you guys a lot. Like EM, people did not like EM.
Oh, we know.
Reasoning
know.
for that,
I mean,
I won't get
ourselves.
into, but people don't like EM, didn't like EM, and like there are two ways you can sort of go around with people not liking you. You can go Geo Season 2 route, where you just kind of ignore it and win. Or you can go the Soul route and play into it and have a shit ton of fun. And, like, it depends on, like, what you want to do. But, like, it's just a really shit situation. Because if you don't play into it, you're just gonna get upset over it, generally. And it's hard to deal with. But if you play into it, you're gonna be played as the villains. And, like, that's what you're doing. But that's really the only way to, like, have fun and enjoy yourself with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, everybody in this VC just doesn't care about drama.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I don't know about everyone else,
Didn't we
but
just
I
spend,
honestly
like, 5
just
minutes
started
talking about
laughing
Ghost?
at it. Like,
Yeah, we literally just spent 5 minutes talking about Ghost. Are you sure about that?
But we hate drama. Don't worry about it.
We
despise
hate drama,
it, I
like,
swear.
We like other things, okay?
We're here for
Yeah.
drama.
I think with the way we were perceived to, that was just out of our
Alright.
hands. It was like we were already set up, kind of like even before the season began, like with this general like idea, like of all people in the league, even I would assume most of us before we were drafted, that EM is the team you don't want to end up on. They seem super unorganized. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. It looks like from a management standpoint, and like when it really got into it. I mean, obviously, Juice and Commercial like are only real like original staff members. They tried their best, but like with what EM was, especially for the first 3-4 weeks, there was really no reason why that perception was false. Like the perception, like of EM being EM bad, whatever. Like EM being like the villains, kind of like because they're the best. They're 100 hours of VOD review. Oh, they had the best draft. They drafted whatever. Like all that. That's like that was what was set up for us going into it. And someone who I will not name kind of just kept defending us and saying we're the best. That is just objectively wrong. Like if we were the best, we would have fucking 4-0'd like in the finals. That did not happen. We didn't even make the finals. It's
What
just
do you
like,
mean?
I don't know.
We lost to SBC.
We lost.
We
What am I talking about?
We
Yeah.
went 0-8, guys.
Also, like comparing like our coaching staff to Wisdom, Geo, OTW's coaching staff, this was like comparing a fucking mountain to like a tiny fucking piece of rice because we were
Genuinely?
we were two people at the start of the season.
Like
which
the
is Peter
fact-
Link,
The fact that our team did this well with this many issues, like I cannot imagine what went down in the teams that were lower in the standings than us. Like,
Yeah.
holy cow! Like, how do you
Not gonna
lose
lie,
to EM?
no,
What is
we
this?
No,
So
we
my-
just kind of mechanics our way through everything.
Yeah, like-
If you have better players, coaches can't do anything about it. Like, if
I mean,
you're
we had
better,
a
you're better.
Reaper Farah 2 trick. Like, how do you lose to a Reaper Farah 2 trick?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not a fair two trick. It's just a
Peter.
Reaper one.
Reaper
I
one trick.
apologize.
Alright, guys, I think Pog wants to say
I'm
something.
Trying to say
Oh,
something.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I'd
You know
I'd be glad.
You know
what? You know what? Okay, screw all of you. I like all of you.
The observation that
I was actually traded to SBC. I never
Oh
played
yeah,
this
I
game.
remember this.
That was just
yeah.
some random dude.
Alright. Okay,
Okay, Paul.
the observation that I made, like I don't know, the feeling that I got week after week is all of it. Prep for every match was kind of fucked up in one way or another. Like we came into every match like all of our scrims were kind of like were not a true like showing of our skill level. Like I think a lot of teams that scrimmed us were like, oh my god, look how bad they are. And this sort of team, I feel like week after week when like push comes to shove, everyone just decides on the day like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking activate and go hard and actually do it. And I think it says a lot about like just individual like mechanical skill.
We just
At something like, yeah, I mean, it is like coming to the last few matches, like Jesus Christ, like we had so much time to prep. We screwed up. Scrims went badly. It felt bad, and then we're coming in with no confidence. And then game day, it was like, let's fucking go. And then we just
honestly, every week had some kind of shit going on.
Yeah.
Dragon beating college, Young Caesar in fashion, which by the way was true. Like, I hope it was true. I don't like believe it, but it was true.
But like this whole thing about meta changes, I don't actually subscribe to this whole thing about meta, like especially in novice. I still don't subscribe to it that it actually changes the game much, because it is at this level. Like you can be great at any hero, and you see like, you know, in the finals there was like rush comps and all this sort of stuff going on. So like I think we
made more
we were holding ourselves a bit too much hostage to like what was going on in friggin' contenders or whatever, and we just needed to focus on our strengths and how we played well together as a team, and what was successful for us, and like look at other things, but like actually judge what's effective or not. I think that sort of kind of did us in the end, to be totally honest.
I mean, the meta is just the objective best comp if you play it perfectly, and I'm just going to say this now. How to play anything perfectly. We're not.
I don't think we played a single.
We're preparing our brains.
Every composition.
What do you mean? I'm actually Sada.
That was quote unquote meta. I don't think we played any of them perfectly. I think we just kind of played it how we thought we should play it and how we wanted to play it. Occasionally it worked out, and other times the community laughed at us. We're like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
All right.
So let's change the topic slightly to something I think you guys will enjoy talking about more.
Okay.
So
what's probably Ghost?
No.
Okay,
no.
wait.
What, if anything, did you do for team bonding?
Oh, I don't know if we can talk about that.
Oh no!
Who has seen our team chat? It's definitely someone who has seen our team chat.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to do a little bit of light reading.
Okay. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but about like majority of all of it surrounds RQT. That's all you need to know. And if you know RQT as a person, you can probably have a good idea.
We also talked a lot about a hit movie called Over the Hedge. That's about.
Clear comms. Okay, so a lot of the things that shall not be named happened in the postseason. Actually, I think for the majority, our team bonding was just kind of us being like, haha, EM bad.
EM bad.
It's funny because it's true.
We were bad.
Yeah.
Just joking
we played
around.
a lot of comp together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of SR together.
We did a lot of mystery heroes.
I coached your comp games because we couldn't find a freaking scrim for like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you remember? Do you remember
like 2
the
days for scrims? No one said anything. So I go like,
Do you remember that fucking out of league that who shall not be named actually scheduled, and then like 5 minutes before scrim, this guy says, "Okay, aren't you coming? Wait, it's supposed to be at 7. No, Ghost says it's at 6."
Oh yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, we didn't really have any successful out of league scrims because every time we just kind of got our like butts handed to us and we couldn't do anything about that. And the last out of league scrim was semi-successful, and I only say that because the team we faced was trash.
Yeah.
Also, do you remember that other fucking other league scrim we had? Where we actually run good comps, and they were saying, no, you shouldn't do like mid-map coaching. It's not allowed. What do you mean it's not allowed? It's a fucking scrim.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
I forgot through after that.
Was it this? I think it was this team. I think I remember it correctly. Where did we scrim someone? Even though we were doing just fine, didn't they get mad that we were a lower SR than they thought?
Yeah,
they did. We were like 200, maybe 250 SR lower than them, and they got mad even though we were doing just fine, and then they all left. I was like, oh, Okay.
Also, no, they threw like a map and then they
Oh,
left. And
yeah.
also, our team was an EM for that game. Valerie convinced them that our team was named Your Mom.
Dude,
That's
it's like, dude, I don't understand the amount of jokes I can get away in scrims, but at the same time, they just don't know me, so I can just.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
amazing.
All right. I think we've talked enough about our family bonding.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
I need to say
That's
something.
not family. It's not family friendly.
We did a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, please, just let's move on, please.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
one more question for you. This one should be a little bit less scuffed, hopefully. What was your favorite memory from this season?
Okay, let's just go down the list. Let's go down the list.
Go down the list. Okay.
I'll start. I guess I'll start.
Okay.
So my favorite memory of the season was actually in the preseason, when we did Pugs for Goats, and my team got absolutely rolled, and I consistently got memed on for the rest of the season as a feeder. After that point, the feeder was born, and that was the best part of the season. Was being made fun of every week.
All right, here. I've got two and they're short. So
Okay.
my first one is in the preseason when there was like the day before draft, SBC just had like a meme pugs, and then we had this team which was 6 Torbjorns defending Horizon Lunar Colony. I have not laughed harder in my life. The second one was like week 3 or whatever versus SBC, where I ate 2 grabs in one map.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
For
For
me, it was,
Florida.
just every time I played Torbjorn,
Oh.
to be honest.
Orb.
It was funny. One of the matches against Hyperflex, I think it was the second one. It was like 30 seconds before the match, and I did not want to play Sombra for the life of me. And Greek was a saint and said, "Alright, Empty, if you don't want to play Sombra, play Torbjorn instead." And then we just rolled the rest of the season with it. It was the greatest moment of my life.
We became the
The Edinburgh signature. The
The Edinburgh special.
Yeah.
Cataclysmic.
No!
No. We don't go there. We don't go there.
Jeez. Let's PG, please.
Yeah. For me personally, I think it's weird to say, but I think actually putting together the little roster reveal for us. I don't know how many people have seen it, but it's out there. I promise. I don't know why. I remember working on that. I think it was a really cool thing to show off, because I don't know how many other teams did a roster reveal, because I didn't watch any of the other ones because I didn't want to. But because I don't know. I feel like that was something really, at least for me, that was really something really cool to work on as like my first like contribution to the team until I had to take over head coach, which was interesting. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Ooh,
I got the
shit.
Torbjorn thing that Vespi had also, and then I also want to just toss in Ghost Rolled, because Ghost Rolled was pretty
Do you remember that server? Oh my god.
that's
it's still up there.
Okay.
Like the fucking steamroller with Ghost.
Oh yeah,
picture.
it is.
Mine too. It was the first time I actually was like talking with EM. It was during a Hyperflex scrim.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, oh my
And,
god, the one that Yoshi tilted.
Okay. Let's just say didn't go so well, and so how we made up for it was we played 6v6 hardcore bots, Torb only, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen, because we would literally just have a turret and then just walk into people and then just whip out the hammer.
Yeah, because we replicated what we did in the preseason, in like the preseason pug thing.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
There's been a lot of Torbjorn with this team.
There is a lot of Torbjorn.
There is a lot of also the ultimate of Torbjorn that we won't name because of PG reasons.
Oh yeah, and the preseason scrim with Hyperflex before the Marsupio Invitational, where I played Torbjorn on Ilios Well, and a specific somebody on Hyperflex got really angry with me because I kept killing him.
I mean, you had a spreadsheet.
You might even say he got hurt.
Yeah,
is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
told
god.
Blazing, the original manager of Hyperflex, that if he didn't draft me, I was gonna hammer kill literally every single one of his players at least once. And I had a spreadsheet at one point.
Yeah, he did.
I
You
had
did.
a spreadsheet, and it filled
I
up,
still have it.
and then Hyperflex it imploded, and I was
You
like, I am
didn't-
not doing
You
that.
didn't kill. You didn't kill Bob's. You didn't kill Ghost Turtle, and you didn't kill Redon. But you killed everybody else at least
Yeah, it
once.
was-
I mean,
Yeah.
when could you have killed Redon? I don't think we've put Redon in for like.
You didn't
I
kill
didn't even
Bob.
know he
That's
was
the
a
thing.
player
though.
on Hyperflex.
You
You killed the
just-
Lori 3
bad.
times.
Yeah, I killed this, and he got so mad at me. He was in my DMs for like a day.
Dude, you should have heard voice channel. Oh my goodness, he went at you. He went at you like an animal.
Oh yeah, that must have been funny to be in.
It was not really funny. It was tilting because you have, dude. The whole team is just getting tilted because of one Swedish man for killing your entire
One
team.
Swedish midget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Who will win? A fucking team in League Zero, a Swedish midget.
yeah.
you would like win the fight, and I'm just running in there.
Dude, I remember I was specifically playing Ana, and then I just like the fight's over. We've lost. I'm running back from spawn, and I just see a midget just hit the hammer. I mean, it's horrifying. It's terrifying. I hate it. It's like a nightmare.
He better have
Oh my
been
God.
speed boosted too.
Dude, I see that in my dreams. Oh my god.
That's nightmare fuel.
Detour viewer.
PTSD.
Yeah. Haven't recovered since.
Anyone else have favorite memories?
Hey RPT, what's your favorite memory?
So, you know.
No.
Playing
No,
Reaper?
no.
Okay, so I have two as well. So I guess my main one is like generally just getting drafted because I didn't think I was gonna get drafted because I didn't think I was good enough.
Yes, you were.
And my second one was dunking on M24 in a fair 1v1. Like he got like mollywopped.
Oh my god.
Poor
That's,
guy.
that's the verb of the day. That's the verb of the day. Hell yeah.
Mollywop. Yo, dude, you just got mollywop.
Stand aside pooping, now we have mollywop.
We just
like
mollywopped his press
fun.
conference, guys.
Yeah, we did.
Yo, Val, you ready to get mollywopped tomorrow?
Dude, I'm gonna make an alt account and I'm just gonna call it mollywop.
I'm gonna mollywop you, I swear to God.
Yeah, I guess I'll go now. It was probably the best one was right before the Geo game because I coached this team for like I don't know how long. It was like a month probably, and that was the first time I saw them like come together as a team, and it was very exciting to see that happen right before their
Yeah, a tear came to his eye.
Cause like
Yeah.
cause like I didn't really care that it didn't happen during the SBC game because I didn't care how many people predicted against EM. EM was gonna win it, but
Yeah.
it was very nice seeing that right before their elimination game, and just that game in general was very nice to see because we went out with a bang, and I think it was cool.
Nice.
My favorite
Away with
memory.
words.
I have like two favorite memories. My favorite memories out of all is Dragon can attest is the rebrand of our fucking team.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna rebrand.
Oh, YFS?
YFS.
YFF.
YFS.
Yeah,
We cannot
YFS.
do that.
Let's not explain that. Let's just
not-
leave it on that.
No,
Yeah. No, let people guess about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They can
Let's
get it.
Yeah.
Make it like a game down in the comments.
Yeah.
What YFS
It starts with
stands
Youngsu.
for.
It starts with Youngsu.
Yeah,
And
it
then
starts
you can
with
guess Evan S.
Well, now we're giving them hints. Jeez.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Stop,
Dude,
stop.
okay.
Move on.
Why?
Move on,
How?
Move on.
There are so many words that start with a Y, it'd be very difficult. We
Okay,
need to
just-
give them hints.
Just move on. Move on.
Has anyone else not given one that wants to? I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, so that's all the questions I've got for you. If you have any closing statements, the floor is yours.
Oh, is there no questions about EM being bad?
Oh,
Ian,
no.
Yeah, bad.
There were a
Oh.
few.
EM bad. EM lose to SPC.
There are a few. Wait.
EM
Didn't even
Wait.
make
There were
playoffs. What do you
unironically
mean?
a few that were like, "Oh, why are you so bad?" I was like, "This is a stupid question."
Dude, no. We want to answer. We want to answer. Let's
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
that.
Only the most awkward.
The answer is
Let me-
EM bad. That's the answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
we know.
I
We
have a
know.
closing statement.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
one number, 16.5.
Oh no.
No, I said don't bring that number up.
Stop.
Okay. Oh my god.
Merlin's gone.
Seriously,
Yeah, that's an
one of the-
appropriate thing to do here. I should have left.
That's
it.
inappropriate.
Dude, if one of that many person that said, "Oh, you're so bad," is Lieutenant Aqua, somebody owes me $5.
You know, I should
Yeah,
have did one that said why.
Fair
are you
enough.
so bad?
Aqua is my
Yeah.
Aqua's
I
my
read something like that
personal-
too, actually.
Guys. Aqua's my personal hater, and I will treasure that for the rest of my life.
You got a fan. Let's go, SB. You got a
Oh,
fan.
no, wait. If we're ending this now, I think there's just one thing we all need to like come together and say, and I think that's Ghost Rolled.
Ghost.
Ghost roll.
Ghost roll.
Yeah, we got rolled.
Just roll.